Hello and welcome to AI for a Better World. In today's fast-paced world, we're bombarded with information from all directions. So how do you figure out what's real, what matters, and what you need to act on? That's where Signal AI comes in. And I'm excited to be joined by David Benigson, the CEO and co-founder of the company. David's company helps businesses make smarter decisions using AI. Today, we'll look at how AI is helping to manage risks, filter data, and why humans remain essential. David, hi, welcome.
Hi, lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the basics. How does Signal AI help organizations make better decisions? And why is this so crucial right now?
Well, I think the first thing to sort of describe and explain, as we all know, is that the world has become more complex, more volatile, and more disrupted than ever before. The number of risks and issues that business leaders are facing off against today is unprecedented. In the last decade alone, since founding Signal AI in my parents' garage, like all good AI companies, we've had everything from COVID to Brexit to US political unrest, geopolitical conflicts. Business leaders are trying to navigate their organizations through these tumultuous times. And in order to do that with confidence, we believe that business leaders need better data, they need better signal, predictive knowledge, and decision intelligence that is now possible to deliver to them through the power of AI. And so Signal's thesis is to help business leaders stay on top of what's happening in their external environment by aggregating the world's knowledge and unstructured information, and then applying these advanced discriminative and generative AI models to unearth these signals and deliver those signals and synthesize those answers for our clients in real time. So today we help 40% of the world's largest companies get ahead of those emerging risks, understanding market sentiment, and make more confident decisions through surfacing competitive intelligence and insights.
You're talking about making decisions faster and smarter, but we live in a world with so much information. How do you sift through all that noise and pinpoint what really matters? Sounds like a productivity game changer.
Well, I think the first step is to try and aggregate and ingest the world's content at scale. And as you're describing, that's really challenging, and it's even more challenging to have to do that in real time. So today we ingest diverse data and content from about 226 markets and in about 80 languages, and we translate all of that foreign language content into English in real time. And we aggregate at Signal everything from media data, which we license, to social media content, to the dark web. But it's not just good enough to aggregate that content. You have to then have the right technology and tools to sift through that content and derive the signals and insights and intelligence from that data. And so we apply AI to be able to extract those signals, whether that's the risk events taking place, the entities being mentioned, the topics being spoken about. And once we've sort of decoded all of that content using our AI, we can connect that knowledge in a graph and find these emerging relationships within that knowledge graph. We can connect up the relationship between companies, as an example, and emerging risk events or issues. And then ultimately we can deliver those signals and deliver those insights direct to our clients to try and help them make faster and more confident decisions.
Let's talk a little bit more about misinformation, which obviously is a big issue right now globally. Ensuring AI accuracy, how do you make sure the insights your platform delivers are accurate? And what happens if there's an incorrect or misleading piece of information? How do you handle that?
I think the fear and threat of misinformation is something very real. And I think with the emergence and explosion around AI, these issues are only going to get worse. And part of our value proposition at Signal AI is to be able to deliver high quality, reliable insights to our clients. And so we've spent the last 10 years developing an AI engine powered by discriminative AI. We can apply discriminative AI to first find and retrieve the right information and discern, is this factual? Is this true or not? Is it coming from a credible source? And then we can use generative AI to present the answer to that question in a natural language format.
Well, let's move on to the human element, shall we? We've talked a lot about what the AI can do, but combining AI and human judgment. How do you combine AI with human judgment, not only to make smarter decisions, but also improve how people feel about their roles?
Well, we're big believers in what I describe as augmented intelligence, where the technology is not there to necessarily replace us or replace large swathes of the workforce, but to actually empower us, to supercharge us, and enable us to do things that just weren't feasible or possible before. And so at Signal AI, we believe in this powerful combination of human expertise and knowledge sat on top of the scalability and the power that these AI technology capabilities can provide. And on the client side, what we often advise to our clients is your domain expertise is your most valuable IP. You can, use that domain expertise to ask the right questions of the data, utilize the technology in the right way, deploy your skills in creative and critical thinking to really get the best out of these technologies. I often say to our clients, it's not the technology that's going to replace large parts of your workforce, but it may be people who know how to use the technology that may do so. And so we're seeing this huge response, I think, right now from CEOs and many large corporates where they are re-educating their staff and re-enabling their teams to be able to be ready-made for this future paradigm where these technologies are going to be an integral part of how we work day to day.
As AI continues to evolve, which human skills will still be essential? How do you see the roles of your employees evolving in a company like Signal AI? What skills do you tell your people to focus on developing to stay relevant?
Well, as AI capabilities advance, I think there are a number of human skills that are going to remain essential. It's creativity, it's intuition, it's storytelling, which have always been critical parts of a business leader's sort of skill set. If we can unlock the combination of human intelligence and combine that with artificial intelligence to create this augmented intelligence future, I think we're going to see the most powerful, profound results off the back of that.
In the next decade, how do you see AI transforming the way we live, work, make decisions? What do you believe is the biggest change we're going to see in our daily lives?
What I believe is that AI will become as ubiquitous and as pervasive as the internet is today. All businesses are digitally enabled businesses, should have some form of e-commerce or digital strategy to drive their growth. And I think this won't be dissimilar to AI because the technology will be so pervasive, so persistent across every aspect of both our business lives and our personal lives that it will seem rather ridiculous to sort of call it out explicitly. And therefore, this sort of future of augmented intelligence, this world where this technology is just an inherent natural extension of the way that we live and the way that we work, we will not even think about it. It will be just completely comprehensive in that regard. And I think that has a profound and very positive opportunity. I'm an optimist, and I believe that there is tremendous potential off the back of that. But I think we need to sort of stop the fear-mongering and hyperbole, the sort of doomsday sort of rhetoric that we see, and actually talk about some very important but very specific issues that face us today if we're going to unlock that potential. Whether that's about, ensuring there's the right form of regulation and policy that surrounds the implementation and deployment of the technology, whether that's about addressing issues around copyright, as an example, and how content and data is fed into these systems to train it or to deliver output from it. And I think too much of the conversation is on the sort of the doomsday, the sort of Terminator concept, as opposed to actually some of these very real and tangible issues that we need to address if we're going to maximize the potential.
I agree with you. David, thank you so much for sharing your insights today. It's clear that AI, when used wisely, can have a positive impact on businesses and everyday lives. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again in the future.
Thank you so much for having me.